All right, every year at the conference tournaments, we see wrestlers with kind of bad seeds that massively outperform what they're projected to do, right? And I wanted to go through, I've been looking at all the conference brackets, and I think I found quite a few guys that I fully expect to outperform their seeds. These guys are called sleepers, dark horses, whatever you want to call them. These are the wrestlers that you can't sleep on. You can't just say, oh, they got this seed, they're not going to perform. I think there's a lot of guys that are going to have really nice weekends from not favorable seeds. And I'll do a challenge here. If these guys don't collectively, on the aggregate, outperform their seeds, then I'm wrong, and I will go to federal prison. Actually, that's not really possible. I'll just be wrong, and that's punishment enough. Okay, so I'm back with the card. We'll see. I'm going to start at the Big Ten. If you heard my Big Ten preview, you probably know the guy I'm about to say, the 7 seed at 125, Michael D'Agostino. I'll give you his potential path through Big Tens. So he's going to have, in round 2, he would have Drake Ayala. He beat him. He would have Eric Barnett. He's beaten him. It will likely be Barnett. He's the highest seeded guy. All right, so that's the semi. Next in the final, if it's number 1 seed Matt Ramos, he majored him last year. So this is the 7 seed whose path is full of guys he's beaten in the past. So Michael D'Agostino, be on the lookout for him to outperform that 7 seed. 133, Big Ten, Aaron Nagao. He's the 5. I think he's going to outperform that. I think he's got a great chance to make the finals here. He's going to have Jacob Van D in that quarter. That's tough. And then he'll have likely Dylan Ragusin in that semi. That was a nip and tuck match. He wins that. He's in the finals. Boom, he's outperformed his seed. I think he's going to do it. I think Aaron Nagao will outperform his 5th seed. Okay, another one in here. I feel kind of wrong saying this one for the Big Ten, and I'm going to go through. I got some Big 12. I got some ACC, some EIWA in here. We're going to wrap up the Big 12 here. I don't even know. This feels like cheating saying this one, but you know what? It's not cheating. I'm going to say Brody Tesche's the 14. For whatever reason, the reasons don't matter. He's the 14. I think he's going to outperform that because technically you can't do worse than 14th at Big Tens. That is last. So I guess I'm now finding a loophole in the system where if I just picked all 14s in the last seeds, they would all either do the same or outperform. But here nor there, he's the 14. He's got a tough match in round 1, but I still think Tesche's got a good chance of being top 5 at this bracket, and he's the 14 for a stupid reason. Another guy to watch, Rocco Welsh, 174. He's the 5 seed. I think this is someone that can place really high at NCAAs at 174 pounds. This guy is a beast. Really think very highly of him. Okay, those are my Big Ten sleepers. Big 12, number 5 at 125, Jory Volk. He's the 5th seed here. He's got wins over Tanner Jordan, who's the 4 seed he would have in the quarters. He's got a win over number 1 seed Noah Certain, and he's got a win over number 2 Troy Spratley. So he's beaten the 1 seed, the 2 seed, and the 4 seed at Big 12s. So I think for that reason, Wyoming's Jory Volk is a great candidate to be a sleeper that can massively outperform their seed. He's the 5th seed. I think he's going to do better than that. Another 5 seed from the Big 12, Clay Carlson from South Dakota State. This is a guy, he's a 2-time All-American. Okay, no one in this bracket can boast that. He has wins over Happel. He's beaten, he was right there with Tagan Jamison. I think he's right there to you know, he's the 5th seed right now. If him beating Echemendia in that semi, should he get past Jordan Tice, those are tough challenges. And this is a really deep weight at the Big 12 conference. But if Carlson's wrestling at his best, he can go with these guys. And Jamison's the 2 seed here. I watched their duel. I thought Carlson looked really good in defeat there, and I think he can go with just about anyone at the Big 12. So I expect Carlson to outperform his 5 seed. Another 5 seed, Big 12, Brock Mahler. He's the 5 seed, but he's a 3-time All-American. His only 1 loss in the Big 12, and that's to Teague Travis, who is the 3 seed. Now, Teague Travis, he's really good, no doubt about it, but Brock Mahler is probably the most seasoned and one of the most accomplished guys in this bracket. And he's had a fine season. His losses on the year are to Meyer Shapiro, monster, Bryce Andonian, monster, and he lost to Teague Travis, who's having a great freshman campaign. He beat a very tough Daniel Cardenas of Stanford this year, so why not? Brock Mahler out of the 5. I think he's going to outperform that. We'll head east to the EIWAs, the 4th seed at 149, Jude Swisher of Penn. He made the switch from 157 down to 149. Since he made the move to 149, he's only lost 1 match, and it was an 8-7 loss to the top seed, Ethan Fernandez of Cornell. Swisher's clearly right there. He's very young. We see wrestlers kind of can come on at the end of the year. I think Jude Swisher is a great candidate to outperform his 4 seed. Last one, Sam Latona. He is the 3 seed at ACCs. He is an ACC champion. He's multiple All-American. He has beaten the 1 seed, Kai Orini, in his career. He has beaten the 2 seed, Marlon from UVA. And so the path is there. That's who he's probably going to have to go through. I think he has Duke in round 1, and then he'll have UVA, and then he'll have Kai Orini in the finals in all likelihood. Now, this has not been a great year for Sam Latona. I'm fully acknowledging that. He's taken some losses, including to Yarborough of UVA by major decision, I believe. It was a lopsided match. But he beat him soundly a year ago, and I think we all probably feel best version Sam Latona is probably better than Marlon. And then Kai Orini, you go back, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? He wrestled Orini at Reynolds and at NC State, and this was an incredibly close match where Sam was just a hand touch away from getting the late reversal and stealing that win. So he's going to be right there in that match as well, should he make that final. I think it's kind of a no-brainer for Sam Latona to outperform his seed. I expect him to do so. And there's a ton of this that happens, and these are the conferences I looked at where I saw, hey, there's a little bit of value here. I see these guys outperforming, but I'm sure we're going to see it in every conference this year, guys stepping up and outperforming and really getting hot at the right time. So those are my sleepers, but I want to know yours. Who do you think is going to massively or even just slightly outperform their seed come conference weekend? It's going to be a great weekend of wrestling. Give me your sleepers in the comments below.